And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. Thank you so much for joining us here today. You know, we are here because people have stepped up and said, hey, we like what you're doing. We want to support it. So we would like to give a shout out to those people. They include our premier supporters, which are the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities, Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County, and United Way of Steele County. Also, thank you to our primary supporters. They are Amy Swain Hearing Centers and Little Theater of Owatonna. We would not be here also without our interlude supporters. They include Abraham Consulting Technologies, Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Glenn Meager and Tim Thomas of the Brick Meager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Brookdale Senior Living, Clarebridge and Sterling House, Carlson Branstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Clancher and Son Landscaping and Concrete, Napa Auto Service, Owatonna Business Incubator, Owatonna Foundation, Profinium Financial, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions, and TPS Insurance. Each one of these amazing organizations has stepped up and put their money where they feel is definitely something that will value them and their community. And we'd like you to thank them by bringing your money to their event or to their business to let them know how much you appreciate the Owatonna Today Show. If you are a business or an organization that would like to join us, we'd love to have you. All you have to do is give Leanne a call at 390-5751. She'll make sure you get on this team and making Owatonna a little bit better by sending out information like today's show. So excited. We've been talking about this the Bremer Foundation gift to the United Way and the different structure they've been doing. So we're going to talk about that, all the meetings they've been taking place. Also, we're going to talk about smoking in Steele County, and it's actually a good thing. So stay with us. You'll find out more.
I'm Dan Branstad of Carlson Branstad and Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings, I'm Laura Ressler, Director of the Steele County Historical Society, and I welcome you to our History Center. We invite you to join in all our activities events where we honor the past and look towards the future.
And we are back with the Owatonna Today Show. In studio, I have with me Evelina Giobbe as well as Julie Anderson. Hi.
Hi,
ladies.
Thank you. Hello.
How are you?
We're doing well.
Thanks for joining us today. I know it's a lovely Friday. I want to talk to you guys. First, give us a chance to introduce yourselves.
Fine. I'm Evelina Giobbe, and I'm the Executive Director of the United Way of Steele County.
Thank you.
And I'm Julie Anderson, and I'm the Executive Director of Steele County Transitional Housing.
Good. And Julie, we're going to start talking with you today. As I said, we've been talking about this Bremer the grant that they gave to the United Way for over a year, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. It's been a while, and there's been a lot of meetings, and there's been a lot of fact-finding, and you've been actually a part of that process.
I have been, and I've really enjoyed it. We had the privilege of sitting on the Income Disparities Committee, so researching the types of issues that affect people who are low income, people who are homeless, people who are at risk for homelessness as well, and people from all walks of life. And that has been a very exciting process. Some of our clients in the Transitional Housing Program also participated in the focus groups to discuss what are the main issues that people are facing who are low income. And I think the most exciting part of the process is really nailing down those root causes of poverty and homelessness. I was also privileged to be at the town hall meeting later on in the spring. My son was also part of that process. And what we enjoyed most was just really being able to identify what are the root causes of poverty, how do we start to address them, and what really fundamentally can we do to improve the situation for low-income people in this community. So it's been a wonderful process, And as you know, we serve people who are homeless or are at risk for homelessness by getting them into housing and helping them with rent subsidy, but also through case management. So when we identify these core issues, we're going to be able to go back as an agency and really be more strategic and more intentional about how to solve these problems.
And what was unique about this whole event was that they looked at every aspect. They talked to everybody that they could in the entire Steele County, because you have a huge knowledge base of what people are affected by when they're homeless.
Absolutely.
Yet there's still health issues that maybe you may not be aware of. And there's all these other different things that was so important that this grant allowed us to do.
Absolutely.
And so I can see how, as one of those organizations that meets on head on poverty, that medical can really make a big difference, or education can, maybe we didn't think about it that way before as clearly.
That's right.
And to be able to have that huge and again, flip side, not having a home can affect your health.
Absolutely.
Not having a home can affect your education.
And when you're already low income, the littlest thing can push you over the cliff. All of these issues are intersected. We're all connected. And this is why we needed a comprehensive study like the one that was just completed. And thank God for the United Way and for the Otto Bremer Foundation for allowing us to do that.
Yeah, so we want to talk to you a little bit about that. You had your town hall meeting. You're able to show your findings. Evelina, tell me a little bit about what happened.
Well, we were really excited. The town hall meeting, we had over 80 community members, everybody from Lemaire to Julie's son was there, from education, from health. So we had a broad spectrum of people. We had translators there so everyone could participate. And at the end of the day, after having done a year's worth of work, over 700 people have participated in our process from every walk of life, including our community leaders and our homeless neighbors. And we completed our final report identifying disparities in income, education, and health, a community assessment of Steele County.
This was prepared by Rainbow Research.
It was prepared by Rainbow Research. We took this information and met with the chairs of each committee. In case people aren't aware, Dave Berg is our Vice President of Strategic Planning, Dave Albrecht from the hospital heads health, Brian Coleman, income, and Mark Krug, along with Tom Sager, headed education. So we sat down together with Rainbow Research, and each chair presented a plan for the future to reduce disparities in income, education, and health. And halfway through, Dave Albrecht said, when I looked at the report, when I looked at our research, one of the things I realized is that 40% of all health issues are related to poverty. And if we could do something about poverty, we would not have these health issues. And so the team got together, went to our board, and we put together a strategic roadmap. Our 5-year goal is to reduce the number of people living at or below 200% of the poverty level in Steele County. Now that sounds like an enormous task, but when you realize that we'll be working in collaboration with all of our community institutions and
the people you've gathered for this report.
Exactly. So what we identified is the 3 primary things that are keeping people trapped in poverty and not working are a lack of job preparedness, from dropping out of high school all the way through not having the language or the skills. The transportation is an issue in our community, and increasing financial stability. So when we surveyed people, we surveyed close to 500 people who were working right now, and one of the questions on the survey said, if you had an emergency, could you come up with $2,000 in a month? More than half of them said no. And so these are the people that are right on the edge. So we are in the process now of identifying partners. We're also working on small things that we could do right now. So if you remember our boot program, we're partnering with the staffing agencies, with the Salvation Army, and with Owatonna Shoe. One of the things, a tiny thing that we realized is people couldn't take a job when they were offered because they had no money to buy work boots. So for the investment of a pair of work boots, which Tom Brick is giving us at cost, God bless him, we put over 20 people to work in the last quarter. Another thing we're looking at is early childhood literacy. If you want to succeed in school, you have to be ready for K. So our Women's Leadership Council is now working on bringing the Dolly Parton Imagination Library to town.
And this is a national
national program by Dolly's Foundation. It provides a free book once a month to every child in Steele County from 0 to age 5. It's amazing. And the results, free.
Once a month.
Once a month for that entire time. And they build their library, and parents read to their kids at home. And parents who don't speak English, older kids, read to the little kids. And so the parents are learning English. And the research is showing they're going to school ready to read or already reading. All we pay is the postage. And we have, as I said, Rotary is partnering with us. And we're having an event on June 17th at 6 p.m. At the Owatonna Country Club with live and silent auctions. It's $50 a person. It's just girls.
Oh, sorry.
And we're going to raise some money to pay for that postage. If anybody is interested, they need to call our office. So here's a couple of things that people can do. Here's your takeaway for today. One, if you want a copy of a community needs assessment in Steele County so you too know what's going on in our community and can get engaged, call our office, check our Facebook page, check our website. If you want to help, bring a book to every child in Steele County from age 0 to 5 and make sure our kids are reading and ready to read. Call our office. Get a ticket for the Power of the Purse on June 17th. Finally, this doesn't belong on the shelf. We have a strategic roadmap. Everybody has an opportunity to get involved.
And change the face of Steele County.
And change the face of Steele County. And, I would end with the old Paul Wellstone quote, we all do well when we all do well. So we invite you to join United Way and make sure everyone's doing well in our community.
Ladies, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I know people want to find this information because they want to make a healthier Steele County. So just contact them at the United Way office. If you want more information about transitional housing, you can contact Julie Anderson at her office. But again, thank you so much, ladies, for your time.
Thank you
very much.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Did you know that it is illegal in the city of Owatonna to host or allow a gathering where minors will be consuming alcoholic beverages on your property or in your residence? Did you know that it is illegal to provide minors with alcohol unless they are your own kids in your own home? Underage drinking leads to increased risk of future chemical dependency, engaging in more serious criminal activity, and becoming a victim of a crime. Please help keep our kids and our community safe by not encouraging, hosting, or allowing underage drinking. This is a message from the Owatonna Police Department and the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have in studio with me John Hammer and Paul Schneider. Gentlemen, hello.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you here today.
It's a lovely Friday.
Well, let's start with introductions.
Please.
I know they know me. They need to know you.
Well, I'm John Hammer, and if you've been around Owatonna for more than a day and a half, you've probably run into me. I make a lot of noise more often than not. And we're here today to talk about Smokin and Steele, a project that's near and dear to my heart. And to get into the spirit, everybody knows when you're cool, the sun shines all the time. And what's really cool is when the community comes together to support their own, the Special Olympics.
Yeah. And so we want to talk a little bit to Paul about that.
Yes, I'm Paul Schneider, and I'm a lifelong resident of Owatonna. And my career was spent on the Owatonna Police Department, and I'm here to talk about a 5K run that's in its third year. It's affiliated with Smokin and Steele.
Good. Well, let's start with talking about Smokin and Steele first. So, John, tell me a little bit about, and it's hard to say this because you've been giving me some information this morning, and there is so much going on. I don't know how we're going to get this all into 10 minutes, but let's start. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with Smokin and Steele County.
Well, we can talk really fast. Actually, this is our seventh.
Slow down.
This is our seventh anniversary. We've been doing this for a few years. And again, our designated charity that we benefit is our local chapter of the Special Olympics. We bring together a Kansas City Barbecue Society sanctioned state competition that they come on in and compete. These are serious cookers. Come on in and compete for $10,000 in cash prizes. Wow. We bring in world-class musicians. We have 12 bands playing throughout, some in the beer garden, some out in Park Square for absolutely free. We teach the kids how to play harmonica. We provide an engraved harmonica for them to take home with them and share that joy with their parents. And we also have Kids Q, where we provide the meat, we provide the grills, we provide the mentors to help the kids cook, and they get to compete just like the big people. Mm-hmm. We have a backyard barbecue that the amateurs get to show their skills, and your tongue gets to be the judge. You are the ones that determine who wins that backyard barbecue. We have an antique tractor display. We have an antique tractor parade throughout the entire fairgrounds. We have the hot rod garden tractors, the little ones you mow your lawns with. Only these guys have modified these with V8 engines and jet engines, and they pull a lead sled as far as they can. It is something for all the motorheads to see, and once again, it's just a whole lot of fun. And of course, one of our feature things is the 5K run, which Paul will talk about.
Well, before we get there, I am amazed actually at how much is going on, but yet all of it seems cohesive.
Absolutely.
Right? The barbecue goes great with the blues, and even the cars that you're going to have, the hot rod garden tractor, the antique tractor, all those things really seem to go well together. How many years have you been doing this here in Steele County?
This is our 7th year.
And what made you decide to bring all these different elements together? Because it just gets, like you're saying, it just gets bigger and better every year.
Well, and that's kind of the way we put a business plan together, more or less, when we got started. The first year we had just the barbecue competition, and at that point in time they came to me and said, we'd like to add an entertainment component because of the stuff you do. You have the connections for that. So I happily jumped on board. Again, I've always believed that giving back to the community is really important, and this is probably one of the finest ways to showcase our community. The events have grown over the years, and everything is family friendly. Everything we do it celebrates Owatonna, the quality of life here in Owatonna, and of course giving back to the community in supporting our own Special Olympics.
How many people do you think attended last year?
Oh, it's hard to say because it's over the 3 days, culminating with our pancake breakfast. Of course, folks, the Knights of Columbus do an excellent pancake breakfast, $6 for all you can eat on Sunday morning. But we draw a few thousand people.
Well, let's talk about the 5K run. And Paul, you are a runner yourself.
Yes.
It's something you're passionate about. Tell me a little bit about the run and why it's so important for you to take time out of your busy schedule to do something like this.
Well, 3 years ago, we formulated a plan to add the 5K run to the Smokin and Steele event. And so as our third annual 5K. You know, we started out thinking, okay, let's do a 5K and a 10K, but we decided to start small, add to it, and now this is the third annual. The 5K run is actually Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We have online registration that's going on now through the 28th is when the online registration ends. But we also have the mail-in registrations that they can download on the website, the Smokin and Steele website, and mail it in or bring it in, because our registrations we take right up to the last minute of race
So the
time.
gun goes off, basically.
And Friday evening we have pre-registration bag pickup. We'll also have registration forms there for anybody that wants to register that last minute, and like I said, the morning of the race. So it's 9 a.m. in the morning. The smells of the activity, we'll have the music going, and it's right there in front of the grandstands where we start and finish the race. And the past years we get 150 to 200 runners. Good. And that is our target goal this year. What we have new this year is, besides the online registration, is it is certified course, state of Minnesota, and we have chip timing. It's a disposable chip in the race bib, so it'll be a shotgun start, but a electronic chip time event, so everybody will know accurately what their time is, and that's available through a sponsor with Gopher Sport. They came through this year and provided us that opportunity to raise it to the next level. So, we're excited about that.
Well, Owatonna is not a flat city, so there's a lot of challenges. So the route that you take, is it quite challenging going up and down the hills that we have here?
We wanted to implement the trail system and whatnot, but the railroad tracks got in the way. I changed the route, but with the finish, the last half a mile is kind of going up the grade of South Elm into the fairgrounds. So there's a little challenge there at the end of that race.
Yeah. Kids can run this too. Tell me about that.
We have a special price for $5. They're kids 10 and under with a paid adult registration. They get it's a big person race for them. They get chip timed. It's all a legitimate race for the kids, and it's for a $5 fee. They don't get a shirt. We do provide, with all the paid registrations, they'll get a shirt, and this year they'll also get a wristband for all those bands that are there for the weekend. You get a free wristband, $10 value, just as a participant of the race.
So this is really growing. This is becoming a really big thing. So tell me a little bit, John, about the bands that you have. Well, you have, first of all, an amazing amount of sponsors. These people have stepped forward and said, we want to sponsor somebody who's cooking, correct?
Absolutely. Well, basically the sponsors, with the exception of Gopher, who was a dedicated sponsor to the 5K because it made perfect sense with their product, and the other one, Fairway Foods, jumped on board as a major sponsor to increase the value of the prize package for the barbecuers. Here again, it was a fit. But with all community events, we rely on the kindness of our neighbors, and there is no shortage of kindness in Owatonna. It's a wonderful community to live in. So a lot of folks just step on up, and we treat them right with our VIP dinner on Friday night.
And so they're sponsoring each of the professionals that come in?
Each person that has come in at least as a $200 sponsor sponsors a professional team, and they'll have a yard sign right at that site denoting them as the sponsor.
So let's talk about the ticket prices, because he was mentioning that a little bit. Tell us a little bit what the cost is.
Most everything is free with the exception of the music in the beer garden. $10 for 2 days in advance. We ask for $8 a day at the door, but folks, you just can't beat 12 bands for $10.
No, and this is like you were saying, nationally known artists.
Oh,
as well.
Absolutely. We have folks here. We don't have the time to give you the story behind every single one of them, but suffice it to say, we have some lovely folks from Nashville, and we have the best blues band from Israel playing this year.
So that'll be exciting. When are the dates again?
May 30th through June 1st with our pancake breakfast on Sunday.
And so the events start on Friday. I guess the vendors are open Friday for lunch? So
we start at 11 o'clock
okay.
on Friday for lunch.
So people can come by there and start get their spot, I guess? I don't know
absolutely.
how that works. Well, gentlemen, I want to tell you one more time, tell us how they can get the tickets.
They can get them online
Okay.
at smokinandsteel.com or at Huntington Salon and Tone Music.
And how can they sign up for the race?
They can go online at smokinandsteel.com. They can download and mail in or hand deliver the registration, or they can register online until May 28th.
Good. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your work, and I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic event.
We'll see
Have
you there.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
It's time for a look at some of your community service announcements. Make a move toward better health. It's the 21st Annual National Senior Health and Fitness Day. Owatonna Senior Place will join an estimated 1,000 local groups to celebrate the 21st Annual Day. It's on May 28th, and they will also join an estimated 100,000 seniors across the country. Free programs on this day for anyone 50 years of age or better. There will be Tai Chi, free fitness pass, bokwa, water aerobics, bike demo by Straight River Sports, trail walking, pickleball, backyard games, darts and billiards, cards, and a picnic dinner, all taking place that day from 9:30 to 6 p.m. It'll be great fun, so make sure you contact the Senior Center, Senior Place for more information. Epis Valparaiso Chile Fire Fundraiser is coming up on May 28th from 5 to 9. It's at the Steele County History Center with an author talk at 7:30. The author is Philip Margolin, who is he has actually had books in the top New York Times bestseller list. So it's a great opportunity to meet someone who's done some great work. $20 per ticket, and then also Drake Jazz Band Ensemble during the appetizers and cash bar. It's an opportunity to raise money to help build a community center down in Chile. So if you'd like more information, you can contact why don't you contact the sorry, my brain just went somewhere else. Contact the History Center for more information. And as part of the programming for the Transfer of Memory exhibit at the Steele County Historical Society, they're hosting a lecture on Thursday, May 29th at 7 p.m. at this History Center. The lecture is entitled Escaping Europe Only to Arrive in Minnesota. Joanne Magnuson will be the speaker. And there's reduced admission for May 29th of $2 per person for non-members, and those who are SCHS members are admitted free of charge. What's It Worth, an antique appraisal event, is coming up Saturday, May 31st from 10 to 1. You can check out what that item is worth. There's a $15 fee, and a portion of that fee is donated to the Senior Place, so you can help out a good cause as well. Thanks so much for joining us right here on the Owatonna Today Show. Please check in with us on Wednesday when we talk to John Petersburg and Tom Coots for a City of Owatonna update, because it's Monday, is Memorial Day. So please have a safe and exciting weekend. We will see you on Wednesday.